Mike, you got all sorts of firepower on your team. How important will the addition of the 3 veterans in the offseason be to improving things at the defensive end?
Well, I think just improving us overall. They're all good players. They all bring different things. I think we're an improved team talent-wise from last year, experience-wise from last year. We've done more, and now we'd like to take a step, and we think these guys, because of the men they are, as much as because of the players they are going to help us with that.
Morgan and Tyler both are talking about how there's excitement, but the reality is that you guys stepped to the playoffs and won the last game, lost in the first round. Is there a feeling that there's excitement, but expectations are maybe a little bit?
Well, I don't feel we snuck in at all. The great thing about the NHL, there's 82 games. And so no one gets to sneak in. You got to win your way in. The second thing I'd say, though, is when you're in the playoffs with 20 games left, it's a way different feeling than when you're just playing your way in at the end. And the other thing about it is I always used to say if you're playing on my birthday and you've had a good year, that means you're starting the 3rd round. So I haven't seen a 3rd round. I can't even remember how long it's been for me. And I miss you guys so much. We're going to play longer in the spring so I can be around you more. That's it.
When a player, Mike, makes the jump in playoffs and gets exposed to the higher level that is,
Right.
and you saw it with maybe Morgan Riley more than anyone else on your roster. You talked about him playing the best he ever played.
Well, I just think for all of them, when I see our guys, and it's just scrimmage before camp, and I understand that totally, but it's pretty evident that lots of guys got to work after we lost out. And to me, what training camp's all about is you get to show off how much work you did in the summer. And the best of the best in any walk of life are trying to reinvent themselves, whether that be with a skills coach, a strength coach, a nutrition person. You're trying to find a way to take another step to add on layers for your career. And that could be because you're trying to make your career longer, because you're at the end. It could be because you're trying to get a spot on the team. It could be because you're trying to get to be an 18-minute forward for whatever reason. But in order to take steps, you got to put in the work. And what I like about our group, a lot of guys have put in the work, and Morgan Riley would be, like your example, no different.
So can you see your team grow? Do you have an opportunity to do that when you're coaching during the regular season? Do you sort of sit back and go, yeah, I see it coming?
Well, for sure. I mean, last year, I thought we grew tremendously during the year, and I think, and that's what's real important here, not to get ahead of ourselves, is that you just take a step a day. I need guys to be all in every day. That's what I expect. Be focused, be all in every single day, and we'll get better together gradually. We're going to have some turns in the schedule where it's not always going like this. But when you look at it at the end, you'd like it to be a line, but there's still some dips. But in order to do that, you need good players. You need competition for spots. You need a group that trained all summer, and you got to be all in, and we have that.
How does Naz keep evolving into this all-around player? Mike, what's the next step for him?
Well, the first thing he did is he got in shape. So fit.
Most players you referred to just a few minutes.
I mean, I thought he had I think Naz has had the best summer since I've known him for sure. So that's a huge part of things, is you arrive with legs and you feel like you're getting going and you get some traction. Now, injuries get in the way of everything I've talked about, but in saying that, right now with our group, we're excited because, like I said to you, the guys seem to have really dug in and done the work in the off season, and that doesn't guarantee success, but it sure gives you a chance.
With him, though, is it more on his plate now from your end?
Well, I don't know. I thought a lot was on his plate last year. I mean, I just think that he's just got to keep getting better. In the end, though, in a series, you play head-to-head against the same guy all night long for 6 games. And you might have had to go play early in the series, but the other guy had to play late in the series. You got to have to play all series.
Would you agree that, in improving in the NHL, there's an easy step, which you might have taken last year, where you get your talent, you can maybe sneak up on people in a sense.
Yeah.
Now, would you say you've entered the hard part of improving, and what can you do to make that easier?
Well, I don't know. I arrived here and it didn't look like it was very easy to me. Like the year before I came here, things didn't look very easy. So I just know that every step you take, the year you're in, whether that be marriage, whether that be life, is the hardest one. If you commit all in that year, you don't have to worry about anything, you're just all in. If I deal with today, if I live in the present, everything's good. So I'm not spending much time worried about last year or next year. I'm going to get worried about tomorrow, and we're going to get ready for tomorrow and try to get better. And so I can't tell you which is the harder step. I don't know that for sure. I just think we're a team going the right direction, and we want to take another step this year. We're excited.
Mike, do you have a number in mind for Freddie Anderson for his workload? Is that something you?
I heard another coach get asked this the other day, so I'm going to say what he said. Yeah, 60, that sounds good. I don't know. We'll see how he's doing. We'll see how healthy he is. We'll go on the back-to-backs. I mean, can it be 60 and 22? Sounds like good math to me. I don't, I think the better we play, the easier it is on the goaltender. We'll see how it all works out. We'll see how health is and how he's playing and how we're playing.
Along those lines, Freddie did take a step last year in terms of playing the bulk of the season, something he hadn't done in the
Right.
past. How much do you think he learned last year that'll help him prepare this year to better be able to manage getting to that 60-65 league?
Well, I think part of the first thing is he's already been here. He's used to you guys. He's used to the situation. He's used to the contracts. He's in better shape than he's ever been in his life, which is huge for him. So I think that goes in right. So he's done the work. That doesn't guarantee success, but it gives you a chance. And because of his fitness, he should be able to play more. So you add it all up, it's looking pretty good for Freddie.
It appears you have more NHL forwards than you have spots on the roster as we sit here.
Yeah, isn't that great, eh?
It's good. How will contract status and waivers impact how you view that competition? Impact it all?
Well, we're not going to do anything silly. So the right people always end up on the team. Sometimes they don't end up on the team right away.
Mike, how much recruitment did you and Patrick Marleau said you did, but in pursuing him, and why is his age kind of irrelevant that you would give him a 3-year contract at this point?
Well, just because of the way he skates, obviously Pat had some interest in us. We had interest in him. We think he's a good player and a good mix. Patty can play on any line. When I was talking to Patty, I basically just said, I don't have a clue who you're playing with. I don't know if you're playing with Naz. I don't know if you're playing with Bozy. I don't know if you're playing with Matty. But they're all good. So we'll figure that out over time. Come here, I think we're going in the right direction. I think you can give us a boost. What I like about Patty probably the most is the kind of man and the kind of pro he is. He does it right each and every day, doesn't say much, comes to work, likes hockey, ultra fit, can fly, can check, can score, good player. Now, I don't think he's going to score like maybe he did when he was 32 or whatever, but he's getting 20. And he can play all night long. So I just think he's a good player for us, and it's important for young guys to have somebody to emulate, and I think he's a good guy for that.
Will you have a captain this year?
No.
No?
When you see a guy like Austin Matthews adding Pilates to his and then you see Mitch Marner kind of on the ice working on all the skills, what are the little things that allow guys to not have a drop off in their second year and just kind of take that next?
Well, I think what happens, leads to drop off is when you get complacent. The season ends and you feel real good about yourself, and you go on a holiday, and then you go golf, and then you go on another holiday, and then you go golf, and you go on another holiday, and you forget there's a gym and how hard you worked and how hard you competed, and you forget your skill coach and your shooting coach and all the things you did. But what I've found over the years is the hungrier you are, the more you find and pursue knowledge and try to get better. And I think our guys did a real good job of that this summer. We have lots of resources here just with our sports science guys and our skill coaches, but they also, I think it's real important, some teams don't like it as much, but we like it when you go out and you get outside help as well to improve your game. And so they've done the work for sure. It showed in their fitness tests thus far, and I think it's going to show on the ice.
whether or not Roman Polak sticks, is this a move the club thought it should make based on his service, what he did last year?
Well, I think Polly's an unbelievable man, and obviously played real well for us. He was a big blow when we lost him just because of the penalty kill alone and his physical presence. We did everything right for us since I've been here. He needs this opportunity. We're happy to have him here.
Adding some really solid veterans, how much do you think that'll help your club, and what kind of impact might they have?
That's a good question. What percentage? I don't know the answer to that. I just think it's real beneficial to have them. We've improved our depth up front. Just said there's too many NHL forwards for the amount of spots. I think that's key. Any good teams I've coached before, there's always too many players for the amount of spots. You have good depth when you have 10 top 9 forwards. I believe we have that. We're much deeper, I think, on the back end too, and we're going to see that play out during camp. Our 3-day camp in Niagara is to build structure and work ethic into our lineup, but then the 8 exhibition games are for players. It's an individual time of year for them to fight for their chunk of cheese and what they're going to get. Now, whether you be the first call-up to the American League, whether it be the first call-up to the NHL, whether it be power play, penalty kill, a regular shift, 18 minutes, 16 minutes, you're all fighting for different things, but there's something out there for you, and that's why you want to put your best foot forward.
It's unusual for a high-end center to have more goals than assists.
Yeah.
Is the next step for Austin to bring up that number and to create more offense for others, or how do you view that?
Yeah, I've spent a whole lot of time thinking about that. I just, I thought their line was a real good line for us. I thought it was a good line in playoff time too. The growth of all those guys is immense, to say the least. Their confidence and their swagger now compared to a year ago is much different as well, and we'll see how his game evolves. I mean, I didn't know he was getting 40 last year, so we'll see what happens this year. Let's just keep them all healthy and working hard.
So Brendan Shanahan, some of the players are saying things like, we only clinched a playoff spot the second last game, haven't won around yet. Last year, you guys excited the fan base again.
Yeah.
How excited should the fans be for this season, and what do you guys do for Encore?
Well, the fans are smart, and they see what we see. They probably would like everything to happen right away. We're all like that. We like immediate gratification is what the world's all about. Usually it's not like that. You just got to keep getting better and better. I'm pretty consistent with that. We're going to do what we can today, and then we're going to come in here tomorrow, and we're going to do what we can tomorrow, and we're going to keep building and building, and we'll see where it takes us. But we like our situation. We like our fan base. We think we got the best hockey city in the world, for sure. Being a Leaf is a special, special thing now again, and we're all lucky to be that, and we're excited about the year.
Like, further to that, do you temper expectations within the room, or do you kind of let them get excited by what's happening outside?
Yeah, when you look at the expectations, when you go through all the teams in the East and you say, hey, they're better and they're better and they're better, every team today when meeting with the press thinks they're making the playoffs. We're all not making the playoffs. So let's just get better and focus on getting better, and the rest will look after itself. And what I do know is you got to get out of the gate. The first 20 is so important each and every year. Training camp's so important because of that. We have to get off to a good start. We understand that, and so that's what we're going to try to do.